Hey y'all, this Octavius Great coming through with another video called News That You Can't Use. Alright y'all. Lin-Manuel Miranda apologized for lack of Afro-Latino actors in the Heights. In the Twitter post, In the Heights co-creator Lin-Manuel Miranda publicly addressed criticism of the film's casting that noted only light-skinned actors had roles as the musical main Latin characters when they started putting the X behind it. Miranda apologized right Monday evening. I hear that without sufficient dark-skinned Afro-Latino representation, the world feels extractive of the community we wanted so much to represent with pride and joy. In trying to paint a mosaic of this community, we fell short. I'm truly sorry. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. Come on now. The film version of the hit Broadway musical, which is set in New York City's Washington Heights neighborhood, only include Afro-Latino performers in background and dance roles. One main character, Benny, is black and played by the non-Latino actor Corey Hawkins. Critics of the movie have remarked that the real-life Washington Heights is heavily Afro-Latino. Miranda, who wrote the music and lyrics for the musical with the book by Kiara Allegra Udes, said on Twitter, I started writing in the Heights because I didn't feel seen. And over the past 20 years, all I wanted was for us, all of us, to feel seen. I'm seeing discussion around Afro-Latino representation in our film this weekend, and it's clear that many in our dark-skinned Afro-Latino community don't feel sufficiently represented within it, particularly among the leading roles. I can hear the hurt and frustration over colorism of feeling unseen in the feedback. Miranda continued, I'm learning from the feedback. I thank you for raising it, and I'm listening. I'm trying to hold space for both the incredible pride in the movie we made and be accountable for our shortcomings. Thank you for your honest feedback. I promise to do better in my future projects, and I'm dedicated to learning and evolving we all have to do to make sure we are honoring our diverse and vibrant community. Spanish word LMM. I'm not reading this. I'm not reading this. And I'm not reading this. For the Root, writer Felicia Leon, who is of Afro-Cuban heritage, interviewed the film's director John M. Chu, as well as actors Hawkins, Leslie Grace, and Melissa Barrera. Leon asked about the lack of black Latino performers in the film main roles. It's definitely something we talked about, Chu said, and I needed to be educated about it, of course. In the end, when we were looking at the cast, we tried to get the people who were best for those roles specifically. I think it's really a good conversation to have. It's something we all should be talking about. Leon wrote that she had requested an interview with Miranda but was not approved. Now, y'all heard this lie. I read this lie. It's definitely something we talked about, and I needed to be educated about it, of course. Now, you know all these situations that's going on dealing with communities, especially like black Hispanic, black Latino communities. There are dark skinned Latino. Y'all remember the term got brought up during Love and Hip Hop Miami because of Amara La Negra talking about Afro Latinos, and next thing you know, boom, it's a big old discussion about Afro-Latinos. And honestly, you haven't heard much else about Afro-Latinos. The last thing you heard about Afro-Latina is when the whole situation with Evelyn and OG and colorism popped up. So, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I knew this movie wasn't gonna hit nothing. It wasn't gonna hit nothing like, and this is no shade to the Latino community. Nobody did not want to see no Hispanic Rent. Nobody wanted to see that, to be honest. Even when y'all had the commercials out, it was not interesting. It didn't give nothing. And then on top of that, like how this article is speaking, y'all didn't have the Afro-Latinos. Y'all act like it just light-skinned Latinos all the place. Many of them are mixed with white people. But you do have your Dominicans. You got your Trinidadians, Haitians. They speak the language, even though they're black. They are considered Afro-Latino because of the Spanish conquest. So I just find it funny all the time. These type of things happen. It happened in our community and it happened in the Latino community. Rosa Perez hasn't really worked much ever since she said on The View of calling out the Hispanic community, the Latino community, about them denying their African roots. And that's what majority of these races do. Y'all deny your origins. Understand, This planet was originally black. I don't care how much y'all try to deny it, y'all keep digging and finding stuff that proving that this world was melanated. Now, colorism is all throughout every race, every country, every country. India got an issue with it. The Asians got issue with it, especially the Africans. You got all these bleaching creams and stuff like that, make you hate the darkness of your skin. But yet, the others are doing things to darken up their skin. Don't you see the foolishness in this? That all the trickery and stuff that we gonna make you hate everything about you, so we can do it with no problem and make it our own. You see it with the surgeries. So it's no surprise that this movie failed. Also, look at this man. He don't look like he trying to educate himself any doggone way. It doesn't take much to see what the issues is in your community and in your culture. You just didn't care because you were trying to get a money grab and you failed. So you get what you deserve. Colorism is everywhere, and I don't feel sorry for nobody. So I just made a quick video because, as usual, it's colorism happening, and these directors and people who are involved always want to sit up here and act like they didn't know any better. When you know, because you know the climate of our country and also the climate of your own culture. So take this L and keep it moving. And I hope you Latinos, especially you darker Latinos, understand, hey, you're getting the same thing as black people. So get over it. Stop being rude to our people on top of that, because we can't tell if y'all are Hispanic or not because you look like us. So you get what you get what you deserve. I know that sounds harsh, but you get what you deserve, because I don't know why we expect these people to tell our stories correctly when people have agendas and they hire people they felt like that will fit the role. What that mean? They lighter Latinos that could fit the role, not your dark ass, because they don't see you as a Latino, no matter if you do speak the language. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This is Octavius the Great. Like, share, and subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your day. So long.